Thank you for tuning in to today's live stream. So today we are going to talk about the problem of business getting banned or restricted on WhatsApp Business. And the context is this: the business owner of multiple fitness studio, right, reached out to me, and currently their WhatsApp Business is frequently getting banned from messaging and replying to leads, which then affect their operations. So why me and my partner today, Chong Hao, we are uniquely qualified to talk about this specific problem, right? Is that just take a look at this is our platform that we have built, AIXH. And on this platform itself, we have sent a total of 214,000 messages, right? Bottom right corner, 214,000 messages on WhatsApp. And with this, right, I would say that in the last 3 months, none of our customers have gotten banned. And that's why we are uniquely qualified today to talk about this specific problem. Yes, Chong Hao just shared the screen, 214,000 messages. And I will just say this, like me and Chong Hao, right? So quick intro about both of us is that I'm the founder of AIXH. For me, I've been in digital marketing, I've been in sales all the while, and I know how important WhatsApp is a tool for people to use it to communicate with leads and to use it to close sales. And Chong Hao is my CEO, my operating guy, and he has built so much intelligence into this chatbot that he has become an AI agent. And currently he's running all these accounts, right? And he has all these insights about how businesses are getting themselves banned. So I decided to use this live stream to address this topic. So first thing first, Chong Hao, can you talk about why are businesses getting banned?
Yeah, sure. So let me draw out some examples so that it's easier for everyone to understand. So how WhatsApp decide to ban you, right? It really depends on the feedback that they get from the receiver. So let's say, assuming that this is you, and you are sending 5 messages. Okay, so 5 messages out to everyone. Okay, so you do a mass blast or you copy paste and individually message them. Okay, if one of them report you, okay, if one of them reports you, assuming I put it red, okay, it means that the report rate now, right, is actually 20%. Okay, the report rate is 20%. Let me write report rate. So of course, the more messages that you send, right, assuming that you send up to 100 plus, right, and one of them report you, your report rate will now become 5%. Okay, among these 100 and only one person report you is 1%. 1%. Okay, so what kind of percentage, right, that will we trigger for WhatsApp to ban you? Actually, we don't know. And I think no one knows because this is the black box within WhatsApp itself. They purposely don't share this data so that people do not take advantage and use all this, maliciously. But what we do know is that if your percentage is lower, from my experience and from what I understand from other people who are also in the same trade as us, probably 2 to 3% is what will likely trigger their alert. So if you can send a lot of messages and the number of report that you get is lower, naturally you will not get banned. So why will people, then the next question comes, right? Why will people want to report you when you send them a message? And I think this is important. It depends on the kind of message that you are sending. And also very importantly, the time that you are sending. Because I think Lionel, your use case you did mention, right? What was one of the issue that how are
I
they
haven't
setting up
covered
the-
it yet. I haven't covered it yet.
Yeah.
So for the use case, right, this business owner, when let me just share my screen.
Yep.
So in this context, right, this business owner of this multiple fitness studio, right, what they are doing, right, because their staff are always busy every single day. So what they do is that end of the day, the staff will consolidate all the leads that they have received for the day and take it, for example, 4 p.m. Then they will start messaging every single numbers. So that resulted in suddenly this phone number is sending out all these messages one shot. It can be 20 leads a day, it can be 30 leads a day. So that's why when this happen, right, WhatsApp business side, they will pick out this abnormal behavior that looks like spam. That's why this red alert will go on. Chong, you can continue.
Yeah. So I think to frame it better, right? It is not that you cannot do a blast to many people, but it is more like are we still live?
Yeah, we are live.
Oh, suddenly the screen disappears. So okay, yeah. So it is not that you cannot do a blast to many people at one go, but I think it is because like Linus example that he mentioned, right? Your staff is sending at 4 p.m. Probably some of these leads, more than half of them, right? They may have signed up to be interested in whatever your gym, your fitness studio has to offer at 10 a.m. or 2 p.m. And only 4 p.m., right, will they receive a message. And by then, right, they might have forgotten why they sign up this or who are you, especially if they cannot remember what they press. Because if I ask all of you, right, viewers here, 2 hours ago or the previous time when you were using Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, what was the things that you saw? What are the videos that you saw? Probably none of us will remember because nowadays so many content are flowing through, right? We don't remember. And as a result, when they suddenly receive the messages, right, whether it's from business or that they did sign up for, they won't remember. And as a result, sometimes they will just report. So one of the ways to really solve this, right, is that you send out a message in real time. Real time meaning if this lead sign up at 10:01 a.m., 10:01 a.m., you should send a message already
Okay.
within the first minute.
So immediately.
Yes, correct. And the way that we can, through our platform, right, we can set up automation, we can get the agent to do just that. The moment a lead comes in, whether you are running on Facebook, you send them to your website and you have a form on your website. When they click, they submit, our agent will be able to immediately reach out the first message. Like, hey, I received your contact of your interest in our fitness studio. Then you can do whatever preliminary checks you want. Like, for example, are you interested in a weekday or a weekend trial? Or what timing do you prefer? And the moment they sign up and they receive this message, right, it is almost like a confirmation and they will remember what they signed up for. And as a result, the chance of them reporting this number, right, is very low. And in fact, this also helps to increase reply rate and eventually conversion rate as well.
Okay. I think that you are totally right. When someone opt in, right, and then you are immediately reaching out to them, you are signaling that, hey, this is a live and active business, that we are taking your feedback seriously. And that's why you will be able to convert more people.
Yeah. So I think that's the number one thing on how to, reduce people reporting you because they remember you. That's the most important thing. The second thing, right, is that to follow what Meta wants so that it can reduce ban. And Meta is a profit-making company, right? So they need to make money for them to allow you to use the platform for you to make money. So what is the best way to follow, to align with their interests is to pay them money. But what's the amount of money that we need to go through, right? It depends on the country that you are sending the messages to. So they charge. WhatsApp is free, right, for everyone to use. Facebook and Instagram is also free for everyone to use. And they usually charge the business side. If you want your content to reach to more people, then pay money, run ads. For WhatsApp side, same thing. If you want to send messages to someone new without the risk of getting banned so often, I think the chance is very low. There is actually 3 strikes that will happen. But if you follow that, you pay money to send messages to the leads. And even if, let's say, you send to 10 people and 5 of them report you, it is still okay. It doesn't really trigger the report. And because you pay WhatsApp, right, to send out these messages, the business, WhatsApp knows that you are doing this for business and you paid. And even if you get reported so many times, they may give you a warning, but they will not immediately ban or restrict your account.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I think this was one of the black box that we discovered that actually no one else in the game knows or understand, because previously, right, there was zero documentation about why accounts are getting banned. And for me, I just immediately it came to me, right, that's because we are not paying WhatsApp. And if we are paying WhatsApp, right, no matter how spammy the message is, as long as they deliver it, they won't ban us. But of course, like I think if you are sending very spammy messages, right, there will also be other actions that potentially could have gotten you banned. So that's why when we operate our platform, right, we always tell our customers, hey, these are some of the guidelines that we use, and also these are some of the rules that you cannot contravene. Okay, so I think even on our platform, right, we have some very sensitive traits, right, that Meta outright banned running of ads too, but then they are still doing successfully on our platform. That's purely because we understand the signs of how not to get banned on WhatsApp.
Yep. So I think that's basically the 2 things. I feel that there are definitely a lot more things to cover this, but we know that once you fulfill both of these criteria, number 1 is to send the messages in real time to reduce report, increase reply rate, and second, to use template messages to pay WhatsApp to send these messages out. You will be able to reduce the chance of getting banned by, I would say, confidently say 90%. 90%, in fact, even higher.
Yeah, totally. So in conclusion, right, what we actually helped this business owner to do, right, was that we helped this business owner to set up our AI agent, and we deployed our outreach agent to help this business. So immediately when leads opt in, right, they will get an immediate follow-up message. So it is not like accumulated throughout the whole day, end of the whole day, then we send out. Immediately when the person reach out, opt in through any funnel or landing page, right, the outreach agent will immediately talk to this lead to understand, hey, thank you very much for coming into this business. How can I help you today? So that's number 1. And number 2, right, is to reach out to this new lead or what, right? We are also using templated message, because that is our way to pay Meta and to tell us, hey, we are paying you money, please don't ban our account. And of course, right, nobody likes to pay, but when you pay this part of the cost to Meta, right, you're also making more money back. So to me, just treat it as a part of a marketing costs or sales costs. In order to close this lead, you need to pay this amount of templated messages. And these templated messages, they are not like hundreds of dollars, they are just cents. So definitely makes a lot of sense for businesses to do it. Okay. So Chonghao, anything else you want to cover?
Want to show the viewers how we can create template messages on our platform.
Sure. Let's go ahead.
Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, so this is our demo account. And on the left-hand side here are some of the features that we have. And to create a template message, right, you simply have to go to templates here and click create template. So template messages are pre-approved by Meta. You need to first prepare the message and to send it for approval. And only after WhatsApp approve these messages, right, then you can either send it via the Blast or to connect to the agent to help you to connect to the form. So that once this connection is done, right, and every time someone fills up the form, the agent knows that they have to send these pre-approved template messages out. Okay, so over here, we have a preview also to see how the template message looks like. So some important things to fill up. But we understand that business owners sometimes writing this kind of template message is not easy, right? We actually built a AI template generator within the template messages itself. And we, added in some of our own secret formula in on how to make the template messages better. Okay, so like for example, I can just say confirmation of trial email after they fill up form on website. We want to ask if they want to book weekday or weekend trial. And you click on generate. So because we are an AI first company, whatever that you have to manually add in here, like last week when we were showing how to train your agent, right, on the goals and FAQ, you simply use the AI to do it. And here, if you want to do your template messages to send out, right, you can also use our AI generator here as well. Okay, and then it will fill out everything for you. The name, the messages, as well as all the variables. Okay, so this is how the message looks like. Hey Alex, okay, it is not hard-coded Alex, it is actually first name. So over here, depending on your form, if your form asks for the name as well, the agent will know that you will receive the first name and you will add the first name here so that it is a very personalized kind of messages when sending out this message. It will be, hey Lionel, hey Alex, hey Janice, instead of, hey, so that the person will know that you are addressing them directly. This also helps to reduce report rate because you know the person's name, and the reply rate will also be higher. Okay, so personalization like this. Okay, thanks for signing up for the trial. I've just sent a confirmation email. If you did send, you can put in here. If not, you can simply just edit. We didn't send, so we remove. It includes the trial details and available time slot so you can decide easily. Okay, I will change it to here are the trial details and available time slot so that you can decide easily. And you can put the time slot here. Like for example, Wednesday 1 p.m., Monday 8 p.m., Sunday 10 a.m. Okay, you put all the time slot here. You can simply let the person choose. Get a bit of a point form. Okay, this is how it looks like on your messages. And then, do you prefer a weekday or a weekend trial? And if you think that this is okay, right, you can simply just create a template. And once you click on this, it will be sent to WhatsApp for approval. And the approval process may take up to 48 hours. For less risky businesses, okay, we do support risky businesses as well. Less risky business, usually it will be approved within 1 minute. Quite fast. Somehow WhatsApp knows that, your business is very safe, and as a result, they just have to use the machine to scan through. Okay, they will approve within 1 minute, usually very fast. But for risky businesses, it may take up to 48 hours. Risky businesses can be like financial services,
Crypto,
crypto,
trading. Yep.
those credit businesses or more sensitive kind of businesses, usually they will take longer to approve it. But from my experience, right, I haven't had any disapproval case at all. So I think their approval guidelines is not very strict.
I realized one thing that going through our platform, right, the approval speed is actually faster than previously what I was used to.
Yes, I do felt that also. Okay, so this is the most generic way of creating the templates using the AI generator and then editing it. If you want to add more personalization, you can simply just add it in here. Just to confirm, is your email, then I can put an email variable here like this. Okay, but down here you will see a warning. You can add the email, put a random default value. Okay, I'll just put email. So now our agent will know that every time they want to send out this template message, right? There's two things that the agent needs. Number one is first name, and number two is the email. And once your form capture it, right, the agent will know to insert the correct first name and the correct email into the message before sending the message out. Okay, so if you want to send images, you can also do that. It's under header here. Simply just open up, click on image, and you can upload your image here and it will look like this. Okay, and the rest of the features, right, like for example, the header type using text, not so effective, but we just put it here in case you know your specific business, you need a header. So this is how it looks like. Have a bolded kind of text above, but from my experience, not very effective, so don't have to put it in. Footer is a small sub messages down here. Also not very effective, so I don't recommend to put. Buttons. So sometimes you can also add buttons. You can add quick replies. Okay. Then I can put Wednesday 1 p.m. You can put like this. So once they click on this, it will send a message that is exactly this. Okay. So if you want them to have more engagement, to simply just click and to answer you, right? Quick reply is one way. The other way is to button, send them to a website. Okay, visit our website. And you put your website here. Okay, assuming google.com. And once they click on this link, it will open up the website on their browser. Okay, so again, interesting features that we have because WhatsApp site supports it, but we don't usually use it.
Yeah, so I want to say rule of thumb, right? The best kind of messages that we have been sending out, right, is basically a message that looks like any other human sending to you. If you make it too businessy, if you make it too AI-ish, right, then your messages is not going to perform as well as a human message per se. And human can't write a message with buttons. So to me, that is one of the rule of thumb.
Yep. Yeah, and that's all. And once you click on create, right? Let me just show you guys how it looks like after this. It will return you back to the list of template messages that you have, and you'll be sent to Meta for approval. Okay, so pending.
Yeah, I think we can probably just talk a while more, then we refresh and see it being approved.
Yeah.
And I think Chong Hao, right? Since we're on the topic of creating templated messages, maybe on the next live stream we can talk about, hey, how do we make it even more effective by deploying multiple templated message to improve the action rate on our messages?
Yep, sure. Can plan it out, then we can share more next week.
Yep. Yeah, because let's just say this, people are busy, all right? And like when you ask them, hey, do you want to come for our in-studio appointment? the first time they see the message, they might ignore it. And 2 days later, when you hit them at a better time, they might still ignore it. But the third time you send it again, like after 1 week, then they realize that, oh, I have this person that has been asking me if I want to come in for an in-studio appointment, but I have not replied yet, right? So now I'll just say, yeah, I want to come in, but then I just don't have the time, all this. Then that's where the AI agent can take over and help you to move towards a better timing, okay, for this lead.
Yep. Okay, it's approved. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it took like less than 2 minutes. It probably took about 1 minute.
Yeah, I think because this is a new account and this is the very first template messages that was sent in.
Yeah.
As a result, it took a bit longer time. But
yeah, so now this approved message is ready to be sent out to all your leads.
Correct. You have to set it up to your agent. Then you can either set it up to your agent so that every time a form is filled, it will send it out for you, or you can do blast to a list of people that you want to send it out to.
Okay, great. I think today we have covered like how not to get banned on WhatsApp business, so that, hey, to me, maintaining that your WhatsApp business is operational 24 hours, 365 days is the critical infrastructure to your business. So make sure you learn how not to get banned so that your business line is always up. Okay. If not, Chong Hao, do you have anything else?
No, I think let's cover just one part today. If not, I think it will become too long.
Okay,
It'll be
cool.
hard for people to follow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Yeah. So if you are interested in finding more about like what we do, you can always reach out to me. And if you want to learn more about like what kind of AI agents you can deploy on WhatsApp itself or to your entire business, right? You can always reach out to us, or just stay tuned and watch us cover more business problems that can be solved with AI agents. Thank you very much today, and have a great day ahead.